guys, welcome back to the channel.
After last week's video, you know, we kind of said we're gonna have a discussion on what next we need to kind of be working on. We've got the 12 valve, we've got the Hearse.
I got my helper back, so I figured why not go ahead and do the Hearse, because I already have stuff here for it.
Now, I won't say we're gonna start to finish this thing anytime soon, but pulling the motor, measuring, getting ready, maybe to just set a 12 valve in it. This thing is rough, it's gonna need a lot of work, but we have everything kind of for it. The 4-door truck, we don't really want to pull it up here yet, just because it is going to be a huge project.
The car, I went ahead and put in here just so we had more room in the lean-to. Our frame rack takes up a lot of room, so I went ahead and set the car on the frame rack, and now it's very tempting to work on, so that's what we're going to do. What we need to do first, we need to remove the hood, get it up and out of the way, or off and out of the way, and then we're going to start pulling the engine. It's going to be a little tricky, so I guess let's get to it. A 1961 Cadillac Eureka Hearse. So, whenever I first got this thing, I was thinking they take 61 Cadillacs and stretch them into Hearses, but to find out that's not the case. So, this is a commercial chassis car, and if you look at them, they got 59 windows in them. Just like our limousine, it is a commercial chassis car. They're really neat cars. I don't know why this is my dream car, but I've always wanted a black, big fin Hearse. So Hannah and I went last summer with the North Carolina and picked this thing up. It's pretty decent shape, but it does need some help.
Look at it.
Well, hey, I mean, okay, don't, okay.
Decent shape.
All right, you're done looking. It's good from 20 feet away.
Yeah.
The plan is to leave it looking like it does, but I will fix the rockers, we'll fix the bottom of the doors. But it does have big fins. It's got cool patina. So we'll go ahead and pull the hood and get it up out of the way.
And I was thinking, that's gonna be heavy, and then I forgot, I haven't even been released to lift anything over 10 pounds. I'm gonna have to use the forklift for this one.
What are we, day 8 with the baby?
Yeah.
All right, the cool thing about doing this, I know Hannah's not a real fan of my Hearse project, but you guys know we're known for doing trucks. And it's pretty cool that we can do a car, even though we did do the mousetrap, but nothing's cooler than a big bodied car with Cummins in it. CWC style.
Okay. Well, none of our buckets will work because the frame rack for the antifreeze, so we're gonna hope that there ain't much in it.
Looks brand new.
Well, the bucket is not,
Not bucketed?
no.
Well, that's all I had in it.
Good deal.
I gave Hannah the project of taking the radiator out, and then I realized she just said she couldn't lift nothing, so I don't want to take it out. Oh yeah, the transmission lines are on it.
You like the Hulk, babe. We interrupt this program for a little snake. Corey opened the door on this because he thought he left something in the storm shelter, and it fell from the top. So now it's in here.
Is he gone?
No.
That one's just a baby. I can handle it. Okay.
No, don't you be going. Nuh-uh. We're gonna have to rehome you somewhere else.
Not in my boot
Right,
either.
yeah, right to your boot.
closer. I think the engine's unhooked. I took the tranny crossmember bolts out. I gotta drop the tranny crossmember. I cut the exhaust off of it. About ready. Yeah, look at this thing's nasty.
Yeah. Oh, are you
Okay.
good?
Yep, good.
Wow.
I wasn't expecting that to just fall out.
Did it get you?
I got my knee, but I'm good. In the wintertime, it's freezing in here. In the summer, man, it is hot.
What would you rather it be?
Fall time, like nice hoodie weather.
No.
What would you rather have right now?
Yeah. I mean, it's coming. Your forklift. Oh my. I'm not sure that bucket's performing well.
Probably not. There. The ideal thing to do is probably take the transmission from the motor, but I'm hoping we can just shoehorn it out of there. So far, so good.
Okay. Do you have a pair of something I can cut all these?
Yeah. That was my game plan, to do it like that. So this way you know what you need to cut when it won't pull out. Okay. I'm going the wrong way. Well, I might have to have you run this and me go back here and pick up. I missed this. Alright. I wonder if I should take a ratchet strap and hook it to here and there so that it don't. Yeah. Alright, let's do that. You know what I feel like?
The girl that is on the bomb?
Oh, no, I meant go grease lightning and burn it up to 305.
Grease lightning, go grease lightning. Well guys, here it is, our 12 valve we're going to be putting into the hearse, hopefully. Corey got it all cleaned up in here, and now we're just ready to see if this thing will fit. I've had this motor laying around specifically for this project, and believe it or not, this is my free 12 valve. I bought a truck, an old farm truck. This thing was in the back of it. A guy was planning on putting this motor in that farm truck. Since then, I sold that truck, so the motor is free. So that's why I've kept it around for my project. I don't know what year it is. It is a P-pump motor, so we can simply find out the year of it right here. It's a 95, so 06, 26, 95. So it's a 95 engine.
it's gonna work out perfect. I know nothing about it. I don't know how many miles is on it. It's just, I mean, they all start looking the same after 200. They're all oil, so all oil bath. So we'll put it in there. We'll reseal it up later on, but for now, we're gonna try to fit it in there. I wanna say it'll fit. Let's see how long this thing is. So to the front of the fan, that's 40 inches to the back of, to where the flex plate is. Transmission, real quick. Also, for this project, I've been saving up a NV4500 5-speed. I just thought it would be cool to have a 5-speed manual hearse. This is my dream car, so why not make it what I want? 12 valve NV4500. What I say, 40 inches?
Mm-hmm.
That's literally 40 inches right there.
Yeah, I
be
think
tight.
we're gonna be cutting a lot of this stuff out.
Maybe. I might have to take this window motor out. I'm not sure. Do you think we should go ahead and pull that? Or do you think we should try to fit it? The plan is I'd like to keep it underneath the hood if possible. So we're gonna have to go underneath this rain gutter and put the engine in here. I don't know about
Now,
the window motor.
can you move
The
this?
core support? Well, that's the thing with the core support is, I was kind of looking at it earlier. I'd like to put a full-size Dodge radiator in it, but there's not really enough room. So what I thought about doing was use the Cadillac's radiator, but have a new one made, of course, but do, instead of like a 3-core, do a 4-core, like a big thick one, so we don't have no overheating issues, and try to utilize our core support that we have. And then what I was thinking was remove this for a little bit and then put a intercooler in this area, try to utilize this in front of the core support. I guess there's only one way to find out. What we need to do is try it. First off, we need to pull the wiring harness off the 12 valve because we won't be using that. My plan is to use the factory starter wires, which are up there, hook the Cadillac starter wires to the Dodge starter. Hopefully that starter ain't in the way of that gearbox. I don't know what we're gonna get into. There's only one way to find out, so
Quit talking.
quit talking, let's get to work. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the windshield wiper motor, but this is the oddest thing. Let me show you guys. So it's mounted here, back here, and here. There's no, you can see the threads right there on this one right here. So going up in here, it's like the bolt heads are down in there. But what I'm gonna do for now is take my grinder and cut it off, because I'm thinking those valve covers, or that back valve cover, is gonna be in this area. We'll have to figure out how to put windshield wipers on it later, or we can maybe put this back in there, but I'm not seeing that's gonna work. We'll figure it out, won't we? Yeah, I believe they got it on there like Fort Knox. There's four bolts in there.
Oh, the harness is off.
You got you got something right here. Oh, sorry. Oh wait, Simba.
Yeah.
All right, so the 12 valve is ready. My little helper, you got dirt all over you today.
Well, we're messing with the 12 valve.
Yeah, true.
It's oil.
Let's get the little forklift. This engine is a lot heavier than that, So this ought to be interesting. It should pick it up fine. It just gets heavy once the transmission's on it.
That's why the car is angled how it is, so we can hopefully get it more
and we can
in there.
Drop the back of the car down, but I thought maybe at this angle might be easier, like Hannah was saying. Getting closer, but I got a few wires I don't want to pinch between the wiper gutter and the engine. So I'm gonna move them real quick, take a breather, because I'm like freaking out. So we're getting there.
Well, if you guys see, we are trying to, as Corey says, shoehorn it in, but it is not looking good. There's just not enough room. So what we're gonna do, we talked about taking the whole doghouse off just so we know we have enough room. But then again, then we don't know where things go. As of right now, that smells good. What was that? I just inhaled a bunch of that.
Puddin's Looby Dooby.
Oh, well that smells good.
Shout out to Puddin.
We're just gonna cut this core support. We don't really want to, it's not idea, but it's just gonna have to be.
The thing is, we can just weld it back, you'll never know it. I kind of want to leave it in there, just so we have a reference on where to put the engine, the fan. And we might have to take the fan off yet. I don't know. I mean, there's not a book there's no directions, so just winging it.
Jim came to see the baby, but this was more exciting right now.
Yeah, he came.
Oh, I love the baby.
Yeah,
He's asleep right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to wake him up.
So what are you doing? He goes, I'm coming to see the baby, and then 10 minutes later, he's going to help us snap this
Yeah.
thing in there. So. All right. Well, round 2. All right, here's where we're at. It's, you would think as big of a car this is, a 12 valve would just fit in there, but it is tight. The plan is to get this last valve cover back in that hole, but I can't because of my hook. And also, the engine needs to go down and it's hitting that cross member. So I think what we're gonna do is call it good for tonight. Tomorrow, I'll take the engine out, cut the cross member, slide the engine back, and hopefully start mounting this thing to the car and see what we need to do to fasten it to the frame, I guess I should say. So that is it for tonight. We'll see you guys in the morning. Guys, it is the next day. I'm gonna pull the engine out, cut the cross member, shave it as much as I can, and unfortunately, we're gonna have to ditch the AC compressor because it is right up against that front cross member as well. So we're gonna have to figure out a different AC bracket. I do know they make one that goes up on top. We might have to do that, reroute it. But I'll show you guys this cross member AC issue real quick, and then I'm gonna rip the engine out and get to work. All right, here is my cross member. What you're seeing down there is the oil pan hitting the cross member. So I'm just gonna shave the sides of it, take a marker and mark that real quick. And then the AC compressor is this guy right here. Well, it's about an inch from hitting the cross member. So by removing that, I'll be able to move the engine back like we need to, because right now it's still too far forward. So yeah, that's where we're at. Now that the engine's out, you can see where I scratched where the oil pan is setting. So probably what I'll do, just so we got a little bit more clearance, is come on up into this area and keep it equal. So let's say come down like an inch from here and an inch from here, and then we'll cut this cross member and stiffen it back up, of course. So I don't know, I guess that's where we're at. Cross member is cut out. It measures 16 long, 6 inches wide, and I didn't have a piece of 1/4 inch thick metal 6 inches wide. I only had 5, but I had a piece of 2x6 rectangle tubing, so I cut the face out of it, and that's what you're seeing here. Well, once I got it in there, let me show you. After I cut it, I just kind of winged it. I didn't know where these control arms were, so I just cut it. And I'm right on top of them. And the problem I'm seeing now is once I put my piece of plate in there, it's hovering above just a tad bit. It's rocking. So what that's telling me is this cut is actually too low, and our piece of metal here is sitting on top here, right here. So what I'm thinking now, this piece of metal that I took this from, this was the piece I cut that out of. I know I didn't show you guys that because I was trying to get by with just sticking that in there and whatever. But I think what I'm gonna do now is stick this piece in there, clean it up, and then those ears will slip down inside of here a little bit, and we can raise this back up 1/4 inch to get it off from hovering, from touching the control arm. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do. Clean this up. I'm gonna clean it up, and then we'll get back to seeing how that fits. nuts right here. When my channel goes down, it's hitting here. Let's see if I can get it back up here. So what I'm thinking now is trim the back of this off, trim it off like this, and those will go around that just a little bit that it needs. Kind of glad I am using this piece because it's going to be a lot stiffer than just using that plate. A little bit of modification, and I think we're on the set. All right, so I plasma cut the one side out and I test fitted it and it looked good, but I should have documented it, but I didn't. Where the hole is to put your socket through to get to the bolt, you couldn't quite get it because this piece was in the way, so I just mirrored image the other side. So this should plug down in there and we'll weld it up and we should be good to go. The problem now is it's sitting on top of the control arms, which, whatever. But what I'm thinking is take a couple of these Bondo spreaders and we'll pop this up real quick. We'll put a Bondo spreader here and on here. And then we'll set this piece back on top of the control arms and use these as spacers, of course. So let's remove that piece of metal real quick, put our spreaders in, and then set that piece back on top. Ran out of welding wire. And I don't have another roll here, so I have to go to town. I was on a roll too, I was moving. All right, well, I'm gonna go to town, get some welding wire, and I guess I'll be back. I'm back from town and I got my welding wire and I went ahead and welded all this together. There's the plate you guys seen last. What you guys didn't see is these side pieces here and the one over there. So it looks pretty good. I think it'll work. I can't go down no lower. Hopefully the engine goes down lower. I mean, it kind of has to because we cut a pretty good section out of that crossmember. So I want to show you guys that real quick, and then let's put the 12 valve back in and just see where we're at. And then we're about to the point where we need to start putting the transmission behind it and seeing where we're at with that. So without me rambling on, here is that. Okay, here is our crossmember, the modifications on it. It's all welded on the back side too. So I think that'll work. That oil pan, this is 16 inches across here. And the oil pan, I want to say, is 12 inches. So there's plenty of room in there. Basically, the oil pan's going to set here. We'll have to get us like an inch spacer to set here. So the engine is, or the oil pan's up off this, of course. For right now, we're just going to set the oil pan on it, just because we're still a long ways away from mounting anything. But there's that. Definitely is down further. It looks a lot better in there, but it's not looking like the hood's gonna fit this thing. So is the oil pan? Yeah, the oil pan is setting on that crossmember. I forgot to tell you guys, I did take the AC compressor off because it was hitting, but now it looks like the bracket's hitting, so maybe I might have to take that lower bracket off. And then I can still go back. I can go, I don't know. So here's where I'm at in the front. I guess what I could do, I thought about leaving it there and taking the mechanical fan off and then putting the radiator in front of this, and then maybe put the electric fans where the radiator would have been. I don't know. I will say this one is a little challenging. There, we can see a little better. It's looking like right in here is gonna have to leave because the bell housing is definitely gonna hit that. Let's see. I guess I just need to make a decision on if I want to take the engine back further. Yeah, so up in here, that's gonna hit. Looks like I'm cutting the firewall out. I really figured this was gonna be a lot easier. I figured just like slip the engine in it and make some motor mounts and stick the transmission in it and we're done, since this is a huge opening, but I'm finding out different now. So I guess I need to make a decision on what I wanna do. I gotta cut the firewall out for the transmission, but then that leads me to, do I go ahead and shove the engine back further so I can fit more up front? I don't know if you guys know this, on this car, I don't know how other 61 Cadillacs are, but this particular car has an X frame under it. Pretty much just what I said. It looks like a giant X, but in the center it's got like a 8x8 piece of square tubing that the drive shaft runs through. I'll try to find a little demonstration and put it right here. That goes into another factor when I put the transmission behind the engine. Where's that tail housing gonna come to? I guess I could take a tape measure and measure some of that. I say let's just cut the firewall out and send it. Got it. You guys can't even see me. There we go. So I got the firewall cut, the transmission tunnel cut, but I need to cut up in here. I can't see that because of this plastic liner. So I'm gonna remove it. Yes, this thing is nasty in here. Not only is it nasty, it's creepy. There we have it. I guess we continue to cut the transmission tunnel. We'll go ahead, cut it in this area, and then we'll start stabbing the engine and transmission in this thing. With our transmission tunnel cut out of the way, it's time to put the 12 valve back in it, but this time I'm gonna go ahead and mount our NV4500 transmission behind it. That's right, I'm putting a 5-speed manual in the hearse. I mean, it is my dream car, so I'm gonna make it everything I want. 12 valve and a 5-speed, so let's get it.
Got my water, my banana, my body armor. We are ready.
Ready to put the engine in the hearse. Back in the shop, I got my helper with me. I was left unsupervised and I ended up taking the grill out of the car and I cut more out of the Crossmember to get the 12 valve down a little bit lower, so maybe we can shut the hood The baby is asleep. The grandparents are here. We're both in the shop. We're gonna try to weasel that 12 valve and the NV 4500 in there.
Oh.
And
I didn't realize that.
realize what?
The transmission
I
is on there?
got it. That's where I left off with them, was I got the transmission hooked to the engine, and then I went on a cutting the Crossmember spree and didn't tell no one about it.
Okay.
Well, you run the forklift, all guided in there. Should be easy. Knock on wood.
Should be.
Yeah, so here we go. Real quick, I'm gonna show you. There's the Crossmember now. Cut that whole top section out. We're gonna have to plate the bottom side. And then I got an idea. I'm gonna make a backbone on the bottom side of this thing just to get the strength back in this thing. But there it is. Raise that unit up. Whoa. Yeah, you should probably let it down and then go forward.
Yeah, I would guess so. It don't matter.
Come on in. Go ahead up, I guess. Or come on in. Now go up. Go ahead down. Alright, go ahead in. Alright, down. Keep going. Oh, get it going. I don't know if you can go that way, so. Maybe a little bit. There you go. You're good. Alright, go ahead down. Probably don't need to throttle. Keep going. Alright, right there. Now, just straight down. One more. Alright, hold on. Right there.
Down. Down.
Down just a tad. Alright, hold on. We're getting there.
Yeah, we are.
Shoehorning it in there. Makes it a lot easier when you take half the car apart.
Yeah.
So there's the transmission. I gotta put a floor jack and lift the transmission up, and it should be about where it needs to be.
The frame rack is handy, but it's also not handy.
Yeah.
And that board is gonna hold that up.
I don't know.
I mean, you're moving it.
They hitting the floorboard.
I don't know. Is it hitting the floorboard?
Not yet. It's hitting something.
This is where we're at.
It's getting closer.
Yeah.
But no
It's
cigar.
going, but it's very slow. And that is really creepy.
Imagine the one that has to be in there. Cutting
It's
it.
your dream car, homie.
Well, yeah, but my dream car didn't have that look.
Well, it does now.
I just want the outside look, not the
Is this the
inside.
nightmare car?
Yeah, that's what we'll name it. Nightmare.
You know, I was saying thinking? The sparks with all this fabric hanging down.
I got a water hose on standby.
Okay.
I already thought of that.
Okay.
Getting closer. Mm-hmm. You ever heard the term blood, sweat, and tears? All I gotta do now is cry. Well, I think if we got back another 6 inches, this is where it's gonna go. I gotta get the floor jack positioned a little bit better.
Use that towel.
And I think we're about where it needs to go.
Was that from the metal or the grinder?
I think the metal. It's all right. I just gotta cry. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I can give you something to cry about.
What? You gonna punch me?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
You just need to cry.
All right. Let's see if we can get this flimsy board to work. That's what the good and the bad about this frame rack is. It's awesome because the center is open, but not awesome when you need to use a floor jack in the center of it. Up underneath the car, here's the reason it won't go back. This factory Cadillac Crossmember is hitting the back of the transmission. So I guess I have to remove this. It almost looks like it would, well, this will have to drop anyways. Getting closer, but no cigar. I guess hand me a 9/16 socket, and you might have to take the forklift and pull the engine out like a inch or something. I will say, so far, frame swapping a farm truck is easier.
This is why we don't specialize in cars.
Well, I thought about clipping this car with the Dodge front end, but with this silly frame, I didn't know how it was going to work, and then the width would be wider, I feel like, on a Dodge truck. So that's the reason I just figured I'd use, golly, buckwheat. So I figured we'd just use this car's suspension. See the forward?
Mm-hmm. It looks really good.
I think if we get this out, the gearbox, the starter is setting on top of the gearbox. But if we go back 2 inches, and that's what we need to go back, I think we got it. And what I didn't tell you guys, I took the steering out of the car because the steering was going to get in the way, so I took it out.
Well, I will say the transmission wants to go back for the shifter anyways. I mean, we're going to have to bend it.
Yeah, the
Pretty.
transmission needs to go back.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to bend the shift knob anyways. Unless you put like a little Mustang shift knob on it.
We're getting there. We'll be back. We got to take 2 more bolts out and slide this cross member out of the way. The drive shaft needs to come out kind of next, but hopefully we can just weasel it in beside it for now. All right, that'll probably work. Let me, you pull, yeah, let me chalk you real quick. All right, let off that. Okay, shut that down. Will it go down anymore? There we go. I think it's there. Yep, might clear. All right, I think it's where it goes. We'll go down just a tad bit more with the see if you can take a little bit more weight.
That's changed
Let me go get a tape measure and let's see if the hood will fit. I would like for it to go back another 3 inches, but I don't really mind it where it's at because
You ain't cut nothing out of the firewall.
I cut the lower.
Well, yeah, but up there where we normally have to?
Well, yeah, but if I leave it alone right now, we can put our windshield wiper back on.
Yeah.
I think the hood will fit now. Back there, definitely. This
Yeah.
here,
May have to reroute it.
I ain't really no rerouting that. Valve cover I'm not worried about this top because this top cover comes off. So we are down below it. I think we're on to something.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Well, put the hood on it.
Yeah.
Part of it, we're gonna have to clearance this thing, but I think that about wraps it up for tonight. The power steering, I just now seen it. The power steering is hitting where the factory motor mounts would have been, and the starter's hitting. So we have to go back at least an inch and down because of power steering. So we'll show you guys that real quick. The power steering is resting right here on that frame horn, or whatever you want to call that frame section. That's where the motor mount used to mount. And then the starter is sitting on the gearbox. So we definitely have to go back just a tad bit. Not much. Not much at all. We're getting there. Oh, that's why it won't go back either. It's hitting the floorboard again. Yeah. Just a tad bit. Guys, well, the engine is in it and the transmission. It's one step closer.
We don't want to bore you with taking the engine back out because we're going to have to do that. Maybe not all the way, but pull it out a little bit. Keep cutting away at the floor. There's a little bit more that has to be done before it is in its final resting place.
Yeah, like where you just found out the power steering pump is hitting the frame. The floorboard, the transmission tunnel still needs to go back. The drive shaft is still in the car, so it's slid to the side, but not allowing the tail shaft of the transmission to go on back. So there's like 2 more hours worth of work to be done, but unfortunately we're out of time to get this video edited, and Buckwheat needs some water, even though he has water.
Yes. Well, he don't want to get up and get water.
He's lazy.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you guys. We're still trying to figure out this new baby life, so we're doing what we can to get in here and get some content, get some work done. So that is about that.
As always, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for following along and watching.
But don't forget to
like, comment, and subscribe.